Is the screen is visible, Mo?
No, sir, not yet. Yes, sir, now it's
Screen is not visible.
now it's visible.
Visible.
It is visible, sir.
So last time we have seen something called order list, unordered list. Now today we'll see about the how you're going to insert a table in HTML with code. So before knowing about that, we'll see how to use the table. So what do you mean by a table? A combination of rows and
Definition
columns.
list did not say no, sir.
Yes, ma. Definition list I didn't told.
No.
When the topic comes, I'll be telling you about that. Okay?
Okay.
Because
Okay,
that
sir.
has been related to some other topic. So that's why I have been stopped for a while. When we talked about the images, even if I forgot, also you remind me when I teached about the image concept. So when you tell about the image concept at that time, if you tell me, I'll be I will be telling that topic because that is related to that particular topic. So we
Okay,
have
sir.
seen order list, unordered list, where we go for a bullet, squares, disk, then numbers, Roman numbers. But DD is neither we don't require bullets, neither numbers. Simply, if you want to denote by any images, then we're going to know use the DD definition list. So in order to know that, we have to understand one more concept called images. When we come across that particular topic, then we'll be seeing about that. So for that, again, it has been interlinked with some other topic. That's why I was telling you the concept of table. So the table is collection of rows and columns. So how I'm going to create this collection of rows and columns? So rows and intersection of rows and column is called as a cell. So each cell we are going to create it, and in that cell we are going to put the data. So first of all, we have to decide, and if you see the code, it will be very lengthy code will be there. But if you understand the concept, okay, nothing is there inside over there. So let's see how we're going to do that, and you begin in the same fashion only. Say I want something called heading to the table. So if I want any heading to the table, I have something called a caption. So I'll be saying caption. So open the caption, close the caption. I'll be saying it's a timetable. So I want to create a timetable. So for that, I need a caption. Now this caption I'll be writing above the table, below the table, or in the table also. So it's left to you where you want to use. So caption is for some side heading to the table. Okay. So I'll be saying timetable for internal assessment, something like that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me.
Sir, some of the students unable to join it seems, sir.
Have been okay. Just I'll check it. Only one person is there. Na Kirtana is there. Yeah, they are joined.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So this caption I'll be paying within a table tag. So table has to be open and the table has to be closed. So this I'll be taking into the consideration with this particular option. So now for the table, I'll going to get the caption. Okay. So this is a table, opening of closing of table, and this is a caption. So we'll see how it will be appear one by one, step by step. I'm telling you in order to understand the concept. So I got timetable internal assessment. Now this is the heading. I got it. Then decide how many rows you want, how many columns you want. So I need 2 rows. Say for that I'll be using table row. So this is TR. So table row is for TR. So I need 2 rows. So I need 2 rows. I need one row which we call as heading. Like I want like timings. I want to mention like Monday or Tuesday or time or date 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. So I want this to be in a heading. So if you want a heading, I'll be saying that as TH. So when I'm going for the TH, it cannot be given openly because TH is for that particular row. So entire row has been called as an heading. So this I have to put it in the TR. I'll be putting this in a TR. So what is this TR? TR is row. So in the row, I want to make one heading. So how many headings you need? 2 or 3. So I'll be saying I need 2 headings. So I need 2 headings. See, one row, in that 2 headings, another row. So total 3 rows are there. So first row, second row, third row. Table is open, table is closed. So this is how you have to write the code. If I split this, this will become very bigger program. See, I am splitting this. See, I'm trying to enter here and I'll be saying this is 1 and this is 1. See. But if you understand the concept, it is very simple. See. So this is one row. This is another row. This is another row. So 3 rows I require. So for that I'm using TR. TR stands for table row. TR stands for table row. Now, for this, I need heading. So I'll be saying 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And I'll say 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So this is become the heading now. So in between this, I am putting the data. Now you can see how it will be. Now you can see this is the caption and this is the timing. So 9 to 10 and 10 to 11. Now you can see this has been got thicker. So when it has been thicker, it has been understand this is a header. Now, when I say table, automatically we need something lines to be appear. So lines are not available. So by default, there is no lines for the table. So we want lines. So I want to tell that I need lines. So if I want lines, what I have to do? Go to the table because it's an extra property. So we need an attribute. So one attribute that we required is border. By default, border is 0. That's why we are not getting the lines. So I'll be saying border equal to 1. We can give a number of 1 or numbers. So based upon that, the thickness of the border size will be getting. So I'll be saying simple 1, and you can say click on this, and you can see I'm going to get the lines. See, I got the lines. So 2 cells. So this is one cell, and this is another cell. So 2 cells has been put it in the one single row. So you can see here TR. So in this one TR I have, and in that one cell is TH, another cell is TH. So why we are going for TH? Because I want this as saying that this is in a header of the table. So this is in a header of the table. Up to this, any doubt? So don't go for the program. Concept is very important. Now, I want 9 to 10 one class, 10 to 11 another class. So what I'll do going to do? So in the TR, so this is another row and this is another row. So in the second row, first row already has been finished. I made this first row as heading. Now I go for the second row. So this is my second row. In this, I want to put some information. So in order to put some information, I'll be using something called TD tag. What I have to do? I have to use some TD tag to give the information. So in one TD, that is in one row, how many I want information? So one information I want. So I want to say that RDBMS is one class. Now I try to divide this so that in order to understand, I'm making this as a one more tier. So you can see now this is becomes one more tier. So we'll run and check it. So each and everything you will just observe how the output is come. So I got this for 9 to 10. I got this one cell with border. So I got one line and like a box. So it is one cell. Now I need another subject to be placed from 10 to 11. I'll be saying something called it's in a web technology. So I'll say it's in a web technology. Then check that your run and check it. Every time you check it and so that you can able to understand, okay, this is how the program is going to work. Now I need one more row. So that is another day. If you want, I can go for this. So I'll be saying something like this is another TD, and this day this is we have something called the paper says CPP. Also computerized accounting. So one more we require. So I'll be adding. So depending upon the scenario or the situation, you are going to add that many rows and columns. So I'll be saying this one, business law. You can check it. I can see I got the table. So this is your heading. And 9 to 10 you have this one RDBMS paper, and 10 to 11 this is your this one, and this is computerized accounting business law. So this is the time we got. I need a day to be added. So that means I need one more cell to be added. So what I'll do, I go to this before this one and I'll say here TH because I need the heading like this. So I'll be putting this one and I'll say this as a day. So I'll say this as day slash time. What's the timings? Now you can see I got one more cell has been got added. Now this I have to add. Now this has become this one. Now this is for, but this is empty now. So either last or first you have to add. So this should move to this one. This should move to this one. So this will be to be filled with day. So again on the top I'll put this as TH because this is also heading I need. So I'll say TH. Then I'll say this is on Monday. And you'll see I got this as Monday. See, depending upon your requirement, I'm changing the code. So this is on Tuesday. Do you think this program is very difficult?
So what is TD?
Table data.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So what are the things you have seen in the table? We have seen table, opening and closing. We need lines, border we need a heading for the top or bottom. So if you want bottom, you remove this and put it down. So nothing will be changing. So either put first or top, it is going to come on the top only. Okay. So caption for the table. It's not compulsory you want to use it or you may not use it, but table concept is there, so caption we can use it. So it's an optional, you can use it. Then I need rows. So decide how many rows we need. So I need 3 rows. First row, second row, third row. So this is first row, second row, third row. So for that I'm using TR tag. TR open, TR close, TR open, TR. So you also write in the same fashion. First you write TR, TR, then give some gap, then TR. So decide how many rows you want. So I want 3 rows. So one TR is open close, one TR is open close, and another TR is open close. Then decide how many headings you want, how many data you want. So first row. So if I want first row, so this is TR. In the first row, I need each row should be divided into parts. So like cell. So this is first cell, second cell, third cell. So I have used TH, TH, TH. So TH is open, TH close, TH open, close, open, close. So TH is table heading. So I got the heading. Then I'm going for the second row. Now in the second row, first should be heading, other should be data. So TH Monday, which is table heading. RDBMS and web technologies are what? It's a data. So for that, I'm saying it's a table data. So it's a table data. So TD, open, close. Right? Then I need for the another one. So third row should be, one is bold, another is data. So when I want bold, use the TH. So this will become the TH. Then other two will become the data. So I'll be saying table data. So this is how you are going to write the code. Is it okay? Any doubt regarding the table concept?
Sir, if we need, for example, 10 or 15 rows, we have to type the same code 15 times, sir.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
It becomes very lengthy, no, sir?
Yeah, length. The logic is nothing there, no ma. In that, if we don't have any logic, do you see? If you want 15 rows, I'll say, I'll copy paste. If you think this code is very bigger, seeing this code, you'll think this is very big. But do you find any problem in that? Because once you understand the logic, see, within fraction of minutes, we have done. If you should know the concept, that is important. Okay, see how we got it. Okay. So this is how you are going to write. Seeing this program, you may think that this is very bigger, lengthy program. But if you understand the concept, that is like I need one heading, I need 3 columns or 3 rows, something like that. So on that, you are going to write the code. Okay. I need some style to be written. So I want some styles for this. So I want the border. So suppose I don't want the top border, or I want only border, down border, or left border, or right border. Something I want. So I'll be saying, I remove this and I'll be right. Okay. When I topic about the style sheet, I'll be telling about that. So right now you go for some other thing. So I'll be saying I want some color for this. So I'll be saying back BG color. Let's see this one. Hello. Start open. Not interested, sir. Yeah. So if you want to fill the background, I can have the background color for this. So we are using the another attribute called BG color red, or I can say light blue. I'm going to get the background color. So it has been applied for the entire table. I don't want for the entire table, only for this particular row I need, and for this only particular column I need. I don't want for the data. Then I have to remove this background color. So wherever it is required, you just keep it for that. So it required for this particular row. So in the TR, you just go and put it. Then run it and check it. So now you can see I got the color for this. I want for Monday and Tuesday also. So go to Monday, that is TH. So here I have been applied for the TR tag. So now I am applying for the TH. So I'm applying for the TH. Now you can see I'm going to get the color like this. So seeing the code, this will be thinking like this is a very bigger code, but if you see how you want, if you think in your, keep it in your mind, just you recollect the previous programs and all the things, automatically you will be writing on your own the code. Only thing is that what at which time you have to implement those things you should know, and what are the attributes are there, what are the values are there. If you know, then you can easily write the code. Any doubt regarding this up to this?
No, sir.
Is it okay? So I try to share this in your WhatsApp, whether it's there or not. Okay, later on I'll be sharing this. I'll keep it this in aside. Now we'll see how you're going to merge this one. So I need like these two cells should be merged. Combine these two into one, or I want to combine this to one, or I want to combine these two. That is RDBMS and computerized accounting should be get one. So in whichever fashion you need, you should be tell that system that I want to combine these two cells. Okay. So what I'll do, I go to this day and time, and I'll be saying here ED, and I'll say call span. So we have two concepts, row span and call span. So row span, call span, what it will going to do? Column means here you can see the output. Days, day and timing is there, MON is there, Tuesday is there. So if you want to make this cell, this three cells into one, then I'll be using column span. If you want this one horizontal to be combined, then I'll be using row span. So here I'll be saying that I need day / timings. Now we'll see. See here, I got this two has been got combined now. So I'll remove this one from here one, and I'll remove this one from one because it has been got extra. Oh, just wait. Now you can see here. So how many rows are there? We have 1, 2 rows, 3 rows are there. How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 columns are there. But coming to this one, this has been combined into single one. So this has been combined into single. So if I want to do like this, I'll be saying something like column span. Similarly, if you go for the row span, so I can say row span, then rows will be get combined. Based upon that, we have to change our data. So now you can see this has been become combined now. So this has become combined. So how you want to merge the cells into 2 or 3? Based upon that, we are going to use the row span and the column span. Okay. So this is going to apply for the table row. Okay. We went to the previous program, right? So we have seen in the table, what are those? Table tag we have seen, border tag we have seen, BG color we have seen, caption we have seen, TR, table row, table heading, yes, table data. Then we have seen row span, We have seen column span. Finally, we see one more thing, cell padding and cell spacing. So here, there is no gap between one cell to another cell. There is no gap between one data to another data. So if you want any kind of gap space between the cells and the data, then we need the something called cell spacing and cell padding. So I'll be saying here something called cell spacing. And what I'm using here, cell spacing padding. Now you can see the gap between one cell to another cell, I got the gap. So we call this as a cell spacing. So in order to display, so these are all are the extra flavors. It's not compulsory, but if you want to present in a beautiful manner your table on the web page, these all we are going to use it. These all ingredients you are going to use it. So BG color, background color, if you want, you can use it. You can use the borders. All these things are the extra things. Okay. So if you don't use the borders, what happens? We'll see. It will look like this. So this also look nice. Okay. So how you want the output, you have to take the decision, and according to that, the flavors we are going to apply. Suppose if I say here cell padding. Now you can see the gap between cell to cell. See, it has been got enlarged. The cell has been got enlarged. So previously the cell was looking like this. Now the table cell has been got increased. If I use both, I can use one and you can use both also. Now you can use the both and you can see the output here in this fashion. Any doubt regarding this? So this is about your table. So any doubt you can just clarify so that I can move to the other topic. Up to this, is it clear? Is it okay? Any doubt?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to understand the concept now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My voice is audible to you?
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Okay. Because I didn't find any reply from your side, that's why I'm asking. Okay. Any doubts regarding the table tag? So in the
No, sir.
table we what we have? In table we have the caption, we have a tr tag, we have a th tag, we have a td tag. Like this we have different tags for the table. So tr for table row, th for table heading, ted for table data. Then we have the extra attributes called border, cell padding, cell spacing, row span, column span. Now these are all are the attributes that are used in the table tag. Now this will not going to repeated in any other tag. So this will not going to come. Like BG color is there, this is come for all other tags also. This is common for all. But for this table, border, cell padding, cell spacing, row span, column span is only applicable for the table, not for any other thing. Is it okay? So table is this is the table we are going to use it, and we are going to see the importance of the table tag. Now let's see another one. I need some images in my system or onto my website. So what I'll do, first of all, I try to get, because we are using online, no? So I need the online picture. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll go to my Google and I'll search any picture. So I want to go for Tom and Jerry image. And I'll just copying the link address of that. Okay, so first of all we want the image. So image is what? A object that is going to display on the screen. So the object that is displayed on the screen is called as an image. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'll remove this one. So I will highlight this because I need this program for future use. So just I comment this one. When I comment this one, this code will not going to get the output. See this, you can see it has been changed automatically in color because we are seeing the screen. That's why we are getting in this color. But if you write the program in the notepad, you won't find this kind of thing. It will be plain only. But when you see the output, this will not going to come. Now we'll run this and we'll see whether we're going to get the output or not. See, we didn't got any output because this has been comments. So that your program, whatever. So why we are using these comments? In order to give any documentation, some explanation. See here on the top, I have given, see, I have given like this. So it's saying that this is a program, you can use it so and so. So this is a compiler which is going to help us to do something. So we can comment our statements or the code like this in this fashion. So I took the help of that and simply you ignore that one. Now we are going to write the code over here. So the code is to place the object on the screen. So what I'll do, I'll say image src. What is src? It's a source. So I need a image as an object. So for that I'll be using the tag called img. Source, from where you want the picture. So location of the picture. So this is the location of the picture which I copied from the website. Okay, no need to worry about the bigger one because I'll show you how different varieties. So this is the image of the Tom and Jerry which I copied from the website. So this is an address. So you can see www.google.com from images. This is one bigger site is there where I'm able to get that picture from the Google website. So I have been writing the code like this and I have been ending with the double quote. So double quotes last and double quotes first. So I'll put in like this. So opening and closing of the source. Then I'll close this. I close this. So though image is an object, so we are not going to display any message on the screen. So for this, we don't have any opening and closing tag. So till now we have seen for the table, opening is there, closing is there, tr is open, tr is closed, td is open, td is closed, th is open, th is closed. Like that, we have been having many tags opening and closing, but image itself has been embedded. Embedded is coming with it. So for that, we don't require anything to be displayed. So image is coming with that, is embedded with the tag. So no extra things to be displayed on the message as in a form of data. So we don't have any opening and closing tag. So what I'll do, I'll write here, and in order to close that, at the last, I'll be saying slash. That's it. So this is how you're going to close it. Even if you don't write also, nothing harm in this. For this, we don't have opening and close since the object is inbuilt with this. Okay, the object is inbuilt with this. Okay, and we'll see the output of this. So this is what normally you get it, but if you execute in your system, you're going to get the output. Okay, if you execute this in your mobile or in your laptop or desktop, the same program will going to work. So one thing you have to remember that if I want any image from the website, if you want that, then that image should be available on the website. And also when you are using this, your system should have connected with internet. Then only it will going to come. Then only it will not going to come. Otherwise, it will not going to come. So you're going to see this kind of picture. So these browsers will going to show the output, but it will not going to give me the exact output of the image. If you try in the system, it will come. But in this browser, where we are not installing any software, we are not installing anything. We are just using directly the compiler on the website. So this is having a small drawback, which is not going to show the image, but it will going to show this output in this fashion. So if it is connected, if they have improved, if they have updated this one, then maybe in future I may get the image over here directly. So right now image is not going to come, but only thing is that you have to remember that the tag I have to require is image. Then src is an attribute, that is source, and source is nothing but your URL. So source is nothing but your URL. So it can be any address or the location of the image. So one way I can directly get the address from the internet and I can paste it over here. So this is one way. For this we need an internet connection, which you are going to get this one. Okay, so this is one way. So directly I can write the URL. So this is one way. Then second one, if my image is on the desktop, so my system, if I don't require an internet connection, and this is for my practice purpose, I don't want to display on the website so that everyone can visit. So you want, if you don't want that kind of feature, then simply I'll be saying my photo, something like this, my photo .jpg. Okay. Even if you run also, this will going to get this kind of thing, because this image is not available. As I told you, no, it will not going to show that, but only that you can see how you can expect your program on the screen. So I can expect the output on this like this. Okay, so if your image is on the desktop, I'll be writing like this, source is equal to like this, or I'll give the full path from where you want it, that is from the website, from others website you want that picture, or it is in the your Facebook, it is in the Google Chrome or something like that. So you have stored some image in that particular location, so give that entire address, that will take care. So for the image we have only src. Now I'll be capturing the photo from my camera and I'll be saying source is equal to my photo.image. So when I display on the screen, my image will be very bigger size, because I have not cropped it, I have not minimized it, magnified it. Whatever the original picture is, size is there, just I'm calling, and automatically the same bigger size image will be captured my screen. So for that I'll be using src is equal to like this. Suppose if you want the image size should be medium, not very big or very small, then I'll be using the something called width. So width is equal to, I'll say 100. Then I'll going to get my image size will be little bit bigger size. Suppose I want width, I'll be saying width, and I'll be saying height. If you want then height, then I'll be saying 100. Anything you can click, the size is left click. Then I click on this and my image will be little bit bigger size. See, you can see I got the border, so width and height I got it. So as I told you, the image, if you have the correct image that is on the desktop, and if you're using in the notepad or something like that, then you can find this output image on the screen. Okay, so what are the attributes you are using? Image, src is nothing but the URL or the location of the object. Then how much width you want, how much height you want, you decide it. Okay, then I need something called information. So for that I'll be using something called alt, and I'll say no photo. What is that? If somebody has removed your photo from that particular address which you are saying, so in that the information is not available, that can be the case. Or you can see on my left side there is something called F. One bird is there and one plus symbol is there. Are you able to see this one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is this? These are all icons. These are all some image. So we are very familiar with this. Okay, this will say it is Facebook. This is will say it's a Twitter. Something like that we will be telling, because it's a familiar icons. Suppose if I see on the topmost there is something like energy, like it is there. So we don't know that what is that image. Okay, so like that. Now suppose here on the top I have something called run, debug, stop, or it has been names are been given, but in this case there is no name. So if you see here, I got some box over here and I have got something like this. So whenever I'm putting on my cursor on this, what are you able to see? It is saying new file. When I'm coming on to this, it is saying upload file, because this image it not have any description. But here you can see for run it is saying that you have to run this. It will say debug it is saying stop it is saying share it is saying save it is saying beautify. And also when I'm putting my mouse on this, it is saying this is what. But when I'm going to this, if my mouse is not going to work, So it is giving me the hint that if you press F9, you can run it. If you say F8, you can debug it. If you say something, it will stop it. If you say want to share, you can say use some shortcut. If you want to save, you can say Control S. If you want any beautify, you say Control B. So if you say click on this, you can download the code. So it is giving me some hint. So like that, I want my image to have that hint. Okay, so we have two options. One, we have alternate. That means if the image is not available, display this message. And also you can say something called title. So title is nothing but we are going to give some information. So my pic, I'll say my pic. So source is there. This is location of the picture. How much size you want. If the image is not available, you show this information. And if you don't understand the what is that image, give this information. Like here you can see when I'm putting my cursor on this, it is giving some information. Press Ctrl M, it's a new file. When I go to this, it's saying upload the file. When you go to this, it's saying press F9. So it is giving some hint. We call this as a tooltip. What do you call? Tooltip. So whenever the image that is there on the screen, which you don't are able to identify what is that and what is the purpose of that image, simply put your cursor on that. It will going to guide me that what the image is. So similarly, here I am showing that how to save the file, how to open the new file, how to upload the file, how to run, what is the shortcut with the help of keyboard. All it is giving some information in a form of piece of code or piece of dialogue. Okay, notification it is getting. So we call this as a what? We call this as a tooltip. So like that, I want to create one tooltip. So image is there, bigger size is there. So I made to 100 as a size. Then if the image is not able to show due to some network problem, maybe the image has been got damaged or something happens to my image, it is going to give me some information about it. So it is going to provide some information on that. And also it is going to have the title for the particular anything, the message that you want to display. So now let's try to execute this and you'll see the image has got. See here, I got no photo. So the image is not showing, that's it is not having no photo. Okay, and also if I put my cursor, you can see I'm getting the tooltip by saying my pic. Are you able to see the code? See the output? So single line is giving this much of information. So it's saying that there is no photo and it is not matching with my pixel. So it's an advance of the image tag. Any doubt regarding this image tag? So we can give the full address or you can shorten the address. So when you are going for the shortened address, see that the image should be placed in the same directory. It should not be in the other directory. It should not be kept in somewhere. Okay, so it should be have some source. So I can have the full URL or I can have the small destination. So depending upon the destination of your source, I'll be providing. Why width and height I require? Because the image which I captured is very big. It is not fitting on my screen, so I want to adjust it. So with the help of width and height, I can provide the size. So I want only 100 as a size. If the image is not there, if it is missing, then you say alternate is equal to no photo, right? And whenever my cursor go on to that, it should give me some information about that image. Okay, so whenever I want that one, so I'll be using something called title. Is it okay for you? Any doubt regarding this?
Sir, if you want to take the pic from gallery, can we do that?
Yeah, it will be taking a full address now. If you are using anything, it will going to take from the full address. So right now I have not taken the address. It is going to come like this. So if it is like, suppose it is in my folder. So I'll be sharing one more screen to you. So in order to understand what I'll do, I'll stop this sharing and I'll go for another one so that you can understand that one. So I'll say entire screen and we'll click on this. Suppose I need I go to this say notepad and here I'll be writing some code. So here I'll be saying HTML, better I'll copy that code in order to save my time. So I copy this and I'll write here. I'm not writing the entire code, just for to understand, I'm telling this one. Right? Now I'm saving this on my screen, on my desktop. So on my desktop, I'm saving this as image.html. Now go to this image.html. Now this is a file. I'll double click on that and I'll open the browser. I got the output. Now see, same output what I have seen over there, the same output I'm getting. Now because the image is not there on my screen, so what I'll do, I'll get one picture. I'll get one picture from my system. Yeah, here I got one picture. I'm putting this on my desktop. Yeah. Now you can see image. This is my file, and this is my image. So both are the same location. So what I'll do, I go to my code and change it. So what is the image name? Image name is download. So I'll say it is download. So name of the image is download. Now, is it JPG file or not? You have to see. That means what is the format of the image. So for that, I'll go to this and you can just put the cursor. It will show me the information. It will going to give me the tooltip that it is JPG file. So you can see it is a JPG file. And also you can see the dimension 300 into 168. So what I'll do, I'll remove all this for few minutes, then we'll see what happens. So I'll cut this and I'll save this and go to my browser and then say refresh. So it is JPEG, we'll see. Now you can see I got the image. Now you're able to understand how I can get the image. Now the image size is this one. So what I'll do, I make the size. I don't want this much of bigger size. I want smaller size. So I go for the smaller size. So save this and we'll say refresh. Now you can see I got the smaller size. So what I have done, I said width is equal to height and width. Okay. Now if the image is not there, then this message will be displayed. If the image is not there, this message will be displayed. Already we have seen that. Okay. It's an optional. Then what is that image? I want to give some information. So I'm saving this and refresh it. Now when I keep my cursor on this, it is saying it's my picture. So like that, I'll give my image. So if you see here, my HTML file and image file, both are at the same location. That's why in my code, I'm writing download.jpg. Suppose this image file is not here. So suppose it is in some folder. Okay. I put it inside this. Now I'll try to run this, whether I'm going to get the output or not. See, it's not getting because it's saying there is no photo. So what I have to do, I have to go to my code and I have to say the images which you are seeing, it is not on that location where you saved your HTML file. It is in some other place. So I have to write something called the address. So it is in this folder. Now you save this and you check it, it will come now. See, I got it. Okay. Suppose in this images, again I'll go to this and I will be creating one more folder and I'll say this is something called photo, or I'll say cartoon, and I'll remove this and I'll put it here. Now again I'll see refresh, the image is not there. Why? Because the image has been removed from that particular location to some other location. So you have to give me the full address. So what I have to do, again I have to go to this and it is say that this folder, this image is not in that particular images. It is under cartoon and it is in the under the image subfolder. So image is a folder, in that cartoon is a subfolder, and in that I find the images. Now save this and refresh it, it is going to come. So what is happening, what you understand by this? We need the full address. So if it is on the same location, if it is in the folder or it is somewhere, or if you are getting from any other website, I'll try to get it from different websites. So we'll see from different websites any image is there or not. Yeah. Now here I got the Tom and Jerry images is there. So I'll take this and right click on that and I'll say copy the link address. Now I'll go to my code and here. So this, you understand this one, how you are going to use the pictures that are available on your computer. So if it is available on your computer, you have to use like this. But if the image is not available on your computer, it is on somewhere in the website. So I have given the full address of that. Now save this. Now you go to your website and try to open it. Okay. So it is not taking the exact location because it is saying some language. So we'll try to get the exact image of this, where this image is there. Again, we'll click on this. Okay, it's in a, not the image, it's in a video file. Okay, we'll take the image. Yeah. So here, this is the original image. So now I'll copy the address of this and try to put it over here. Now you can see the full address, http tomandel.jpg. So I got the full address. Now save this and we can see whether we get the output. Now this time we should get the output. So if you have any internet connection problem, it will not come, but if it is having it, it will going to come. So you will see the code one more time, http single push. Can we able to do this one? We got this image here. Now see, we got the output. Now see, it took some time to get it. So this is the image which I am getting from the website. I have not downloaded directly, I am pulling from the website. What I have done, I just went to my source and I have given the full address. So if it is on the desktop on your computer, you give that address. If it is not available on your computer, you give the wherever that is. So what it will going to take the source, it will going to take the source as URL. So what is this we call? This we call as a URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator. So image is there, image element is required, then source is that attribute, width is an attribute, height is an attribute, alt is an attribute, title is an attribute, and for each and every attribute we have some values. So any doubt regarding this? Esma, any doubt regarding this?
No, sir.
So I stop the session over here and we'll see in the next class regarding the continuation of this. Up to this, any doubt? So please, both the sections of CR, kindly take the attendance of the existing people and send me personally to my WhatsApp. If both the CR are there, so kindly take the attendance of everyone and
Yes, sir.
send to me. Okay? Are both the CRs are there? Section A, section B?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Kindly take the attendance of everyone and send to me.
Yeah, sir. Sure, sir.
Separately you send.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.